I mean, you want to give it a second until after 1 because it doesn't.
I don't want it to show up in the recording.
Well, you failed at that. You just got half of it in the recording. So all you really accomplished there was getting like. Well,
I don't want to interrupt you.
You tried to do 2 things and failed at both.
Well, technically, the first one worked.
I don't think it did. But welcome back to Vestige of Ophiuchus, Nat19, Campaign 1, for whatever campaign numbers mean at this point. For those of you that are out there, keep in mind this means that someday we're going to keep the same characters, but we're going to be in a Campaign 2, and Campaign 1's been 90 sessions long. That should tell you how long we're doing this campaign.
Then back to 1.
Oh my god.
Weird.
We're still within Honokuni. You're here with all of us, these nerds. I'm the Logan boy, and those are that's the Aaron boy, the Hayden them. That's the Hayden them, the Spencer boy, the Cody boy, the Carrie Joe, and the Izzy Wizzy.
Oh.
You're here with all of us.
Yeah.
Izzy fo shizzy.
Izzy.
It's true.
Izzy
Oh
fo
my God,
Wizzy.
what? I don't remember
Sizzler.
what we decided to call Izzy at 3 a.m. the other night. And
Fuck! We had a thing, didn't we?
We had a thing! And I don't remember the thing because it was like 3 a.m. and we're garbage humans.
It wasn't Izzy Wizzy, was it?
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
What the fuck?
I'm sure it was good, Izzy.
It was something that
Yeah.
we all decided that we would definitely call you it, and we all had to do it for it to work, and then we all forgot.
Yep. And by all, we mean Logan and I.
The 2 of us. No, I'm trying to imply that there was many more people in this.
No, it was us at 3 a.m., bro.
Oh, jeez.
That's adorable.
Sorry, I just had a moment of like, oh my god, we had a thing and I don't remember the thing.
I don't even remember if it was like a rhyming thing or if it was just like a weird.
It was definitely a rhyming thing. I just don't know. Anyway, welcome
You're gonna
back.
suddenly shout it 2 hours into the game.
Yeah, no, we will. This is gonna be.
Absolutely.
This is absolutely gonna be a Mark Zuckerberg moment.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, welcome back to Honokuni. So that all aside, welcome back to Vestige, to Honokuni. We're gonna figure out who's going to tell you guys what happened last time. We're currently missing Bread. Bread is doing stuff, so we'll have Bread back next time. But for now, no Bread, I'm afraid. So, all right, so Bread, what happened last time?
Hell yeah.
Let's just skip over to the next person. Cody!
I haven't done this in so long.
You got this, boy. You can do it.
Okay, so last time we have made our way into Honokuni. We had already talked to boyos in the previous sessions. We didn't have to talk to anybody. We were just kind of like here in the moment, doing our thing, looking around, hearing some noises, and we decided to head off to the north, over toward the where we saw some light over in the distance.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, you tired with your character that soon?
Yeah.
You're already rolling stats for another one?
I'm pretty sure I remember like bookmarking the map. So I just went to the first thing I bookmarked, and it was that.
All right. Continue, Cody.
It's
Continue.
like, oh, whoops.
We continued our way. We made our way eventually up north a little bit until we found a crossway. The crossway had a couple of different paths we could choose between. Some of them were marked and some of them were not. We had decided to head off toward the marked city that had the light there, because I mean we might as well head there because there's people there, there's things there. Better to know where something is than to not know. But there were like explosions behind us, which was a little concerning. But we're decided let's not go over there, but like maybe we'll go over there. We'll decide later. We headed off a little bit more until we had the city in view. We decided to head off to the north of said city because that's where we had seen some sort of a farm. Miriam had gone invisible and started looking into these little silky boys. They were pulling them off this tree, which was they're just kind of hanging out and doing good. The people don't look very happy to be picking the silky boys off from the tree. But I mean, I wouldn't be happy either if I was boiling bugs alive. That sounds pretty gross. Like even if you don't take into the fact of like, oh, life or anything like that. Turns out they're making silk out of them, so that's interesting. We all learned about how to make silk, or at least I did. I had no idea before that. We returned back to everybody. We handed off a silky boy. Spent a lot more time than we probably should have deciding what to do with one of the cocoons. But I loved it. We have him still. He's ours. He's inside of a box. And then we headed off into the city. While inside, there was a bit of a commotion. Well, mostly because I was waving at people and they didn't really seem to like that. But later on, there was some people that were like yelling and like going like, oh, we're going to teach you a lesson. Marion put a little barrier around him and said, nah. And they're like, oh, well, you think you can freaking do that? And it's like, oh, aren't you guys supposed to be lords and guests or whatever? Get out of here. And we're like, nah. And they're like, well, we'll kill you then. And then we killed them. Their boss, not really boss, but like another guy showed up and he's like, oh, I haven't got to killing today. And then an old lady showed up and she's like, well, you're not gonna get to because I'm gonna take them over here. And he's like, boo. So we made our way off with the old lady and she's all like, yeah, I'm from like England. Anyway, this is your new best friend, and points off this paladin boy that Themris knew.
This
about
is a
from
very
childhood.
granular recap.
I love
May I
it.
say? Keep going though.
And he's like, hey, I knew you about like a little bit ago. It was like 40 years, and they're like, no, it was like closer to more than that. And he's like, what? Turns out he was pulled out of time. Which kind of sucks for him. I'm not sure what's going to happen to him when we get all this over. If you know he gets out of this, if we get out of this, to be honest. But he seems pretty eager to help us out, even though a couple of us are kind of weird. He's a little weird too, though, because he was touching some ears and giving some scritches. But you know, he's also a boy that I want to stick around because he has an aura of being a paladin around him, and I really like the idea of not losing off on any sort of saves again, because I went blind and it sucked. But now I'm not blind anymore. We're in a carriage.
Where are we going?
He's not wrong.
Yeah,
We're in a carriage.
Yeah, we're in a carriage.
we are.
It just really wrapped up really quickly at the end. It's like spending a whole lot of time explaining the first half of Gurren Lagann for like 10 minutes, and then being like, and then they grew up and went to space. And like that's the second half. Like
This is why I don't do it very often. I think.
And the carriage comes to a stop and seems to wait there for a while. 10 minutes go by. Another 10 minutes go by. Is there anything you guys would like to do as the carriage seems to have come to an abrupt stop at the edge of this
Would you
forest?
say that the hours coming here were restful?
Yeah, if you want to take a short rest, have your spell slot back.
Thank you.
Damn.
Oh my god, please, Gib.
Fucking rest. Short rest. There you go, Pedal Knight boy. You got your spell slot back.
I can fight! That's me. I'm just going to hang out back here with my paladin best friend now.
Yeah, I'm also beside the paladin.
Wonderful.
Perhaps
I like having
perhaps something
company.
is amiss. Perhaps something is amiss. Should we talk with our driver?
Maybe.
Hey, everything okay?
You don't get any response back from the front. No
No.
sign that they heard you.
I said
gonna,
anything okay, and they said nothing, so nothing's okay.
I'm gonna like look out. Is there like a window to like look out in the carriage?
Yes, there are windows on both sides of the carriage, as well as there is a like driver side window that is uncovered, which is what you could see the forest through. But it's hard to tell much of anything. It's mostly meant just to communicate with whoever's driving the carriage.
Okay.
So, but you could pull the curtains on the windows and look out if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at like the side window. just to like see what's on the road, like in front of us. Or,
Quick
like,
question.
around us. Yeah.
I'm just curious, which side you on?
Okay, I'm assuming the paladin boy is in the middle. Let's
Okay,
go
so let's just assume that everywhere in the carriage is within his aura. Let's just let's get that out of the way to free up everybody. Oh my god.
see.
Well, yeah, but I'm cold. It's misty. I have to be
What
right
if this
beside him.
carriage is 15 feet long? Logan?
I hadn't, as the DM, considered that the carriage might be longer than I thought it was.
There's like nothing on the road, but like I mean, there's like a mist and stuff, but like they've stopped. I can see like a light coming from like a house or something, but it's still really far away.
Is the driver all right, Master Lexi?
Can I see the driver from here, or would I need to look through a different window?
You can look through the front easily. You see the driver still there.
Excuse me, are you okay?
Yeah.
You don't get any response from them.
They're not responding.
I'm gonna get out. I'll check it out.
Right behind you.
All right.
How brave.
We'll join you.
I guess I
get
have
out
to go
too.
now too.
Okay, I guess.
Wow.
Soon as tags
As
hang on my
you
knee, I
as you
guess
try
I
to
go.
step out, Aviana, as you try to unlatch the door to the carriage, you do find that it appears to, not with a great deal of aggression. I don't want to give the impression that this happens in a assertive way, but there is a latch that locks the inside that as you reach for it, it slowly on its own flips over and latches it, and you could easily unclick it and unlock the door, but as you go to reach for it, you do notice the door locks itself from the inside.
Yeah, no, fuck this. She's going to unlock it.
All
Or
right.
attempt to.
Nothing stops you from doing so.
Very strange.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that. I will open it and I will step out into the night.
Well, I don't sense anything dangerous around us in our immediate vicinity, so let's.
How far does that go out to?
60 feet.
Okay.
Not that far.
Just for the sake of this, why don't you roll me a perception check?
You get it. 4.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not great.
Are you Hayden?
You
I
get
hope not.
you get the vaguest sense of something a ways outside your divine sense, but still strong enough that it causes it to ping. You get the sense of something fiendish lurking inside the mist. And as you do, and as you turn towards it, you hear this distorted, almost like multi-tonal horse whinny erupt from the inside of the mist.
From the same direction I was looking, or
Yeah, from the direction the carriage is pointed in.
Does everybody hear that?
Yes, everybody does hear it.
Okay.
Oh, I can't stand horses.
That's not a regular horse.
I should say not.
Also, what?
Sorry.
That is very strange.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if I've ever heard anything like that.
Have I assume I've used Divine Sense in the past, like while I was in here. Have I sensed anything like that before, or is this something new?
You've sensed fiendish things here before. I would note that you've not directly encountered, but you'd be familiar with yokai. You would have noted that you bumped into a couple of different forms of yokai here. But it detects like any fiend would.
Okay.
As it does, as you guys ponder what might be within the mists there, you briefly catch a glimpse of what look like flames, of a horse-like figure but larger than normal, standing inside the mist, deep within it. You can see this silhouette of them, with flames erupting from just above their hooves, a mane of fire that illuminates them, and a very large Goliath-like figure standing on top of them. And the only reason you can see them is because you see they hold a lance that appears to be made of twisting flame that illuminates them within. And then the mists suddenly part, They spread apart as if a tunnel drills through them, suddenly parts, forming a path, and when it passes by where this figure should be sitting on their horse, they seem to disperse and disappear as if they were part of the mist. You hear the ringing of a very large bell in the distance.
Ding dong.
Oh.
Like a church bell, repeatedly ringing as the mists continue to part.
In the direction of the where
That
the mist is.
that the carriage was facing, yes. As a path seems to part in the mist heading into the forest.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not keen to walk through that, so I'm going to start climbing back into the carriage.
This is really spooky. We should, we'll get back in the carriage. I don't like it.
Oh,
Seems
all
like
right.
a safe option.
safe and boring option, but okay.
Avi,
There's plenty of things we can do to spice up the journey if you want, Aviana.
Miriam, I will throw you out of the moving carriage happily. Shut up.
I get back in the carriage.
yeah.
As I pass by Miriam, I will punch him swiftly in the stomach and walk by.
And
Offer
again.
still stands.
Why do you bother trying? You know it's never gonna happen.
Pass the time, really, more than anything.
This is why
I kind of also feel like he can't help it at this point.
I admire the tenacity.
I'll make a note.
You can certainly try, but it will end in your death, Miriam.
Oh, you're gonna murder me?
Happily.
No. Let's make it quick, alright?
No, that wouldn't be any fun.
I got a lot of people trying to kill me, and I figure, no, it might as well be someone I like murdering me.
Aww.
Oh, keep that in mind.
What?
Oh, he has a long list.
I see.
You might be on that list, actually, now that I think about it.
I might be on what list?
Of people who want to kill him.
Get in line.
I hope not to kill you.
Yeah, I hope that too. I don't know you. I have no opinion on you yet,
I also don't know you.
but I don't want to die. So,
Then keep your mouth shut.
thanks.
So are we all just like piled back in the carriage, or like?
I assume so. I was trying not to interrupt. As you guys pile back
One of them
in,
big pigs.
a spectral pink butterfly floats into the carriage behind you guys, and behind it the door closes, the lock latches back in place. You hear the distant sound of what sounds like a wooden gate creaking. And by distant, not terribly far. Enough that but you recognize that it is coming from directly in front of you. About 50 feet away, the gates that pass through the walls surrounding the internal manor, they open. And out steps two figures. One that you recognize, one being the man who had come to greet you whenever you first arrived in Honokuni. And the other figure being what appears to be a relatively young-looking elven man, elven boy, to be specific. To call him a man would be to paint the wrong image. They have white hair that is swept back across their head. They're wearing gold and red robes that look like those of nobility that have ties and knots in them that you can tell are not there for any functional purpose. They're ornamental and meant to signify wealth. You see them wearing these lines of beads that run across their chest that are black pearls and what look to be kunzite spheres that form these beads that go across them. You see them holding a what looks to be a cup of some kind of steaming liquid, you presume tea, as they walk towards you guys. Red eyes that seem to catch the little light that comes here from the moon and reflects back. A amused smile, almost twisted but not quite, on their face as they pass through the gates, leading ahead of the swordsman. see all of you, and they seem to become somewhat excited for a moment, like a child who'd seen friends that they were waiting to come spend time with them. You see this young man.
Should we stop in the inn for a save, or?
Oh, he's gonna kill all of us.
No, this dude definitely rips off insect wings. For
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Absolutely.
What
That's a
if
psycho.
he's nice?
Yeah, I doubt that.
What if?
He looks like a fucking maniac. I love him.
The silver-clad swordsman walking behind the younger man. The younger man walks in your direction, excitedly but slowly, very patiently. As they move forward and they head towards you, they come up and get within about 20 feet-ish. As they do, the silver-clad swordsman, who you know as Hirohito from Mother Tier, having mentioned it. You see them bring out a lantern and light it behind the younger man, who steps forward, very briefly does a very small bow to the group in silence, and then raises his head.
I'm glad that you could make it so quickly. Most people don't. When I invite guests here, very often, they take their time coming to visit me. So thank you very much. I appreciate your haste.
We didn't wish to be rude.
Respect is very important from where I come from. And Tag will do a very deep bow to him as well. Might I assume that you are Lord Saigon?
That's me. The last of my line and the Lord of Honokuni, and your gracious host. And I'm very happy to entertain you. Unfortunately,
Pleasure.
I had planned to ask you all to come and eat dinner with us, so that we could learn more about you before you begin your stay here, but we're not exactly ready yet. We thought that you might take longer. If you don't mind, would you mind giving us some time before we invite you in?
How much time?
Well, since you're here, what kind of food do you all like?
Being silent.
That's a good question. Tag looks up, kind of thinks. I don't remember.
Do you like strawberries?
I think I vaguely remember liking strawberries.
I do like strawberries, but I don't know if they're going to be the same in this world, so I'm kind of afraid to ask.
I mean, we've noticed that this place rids food of its taste, so...
Oh, you won't find that to be a problem here.
I like it here already.
Yorika Castle is the source of all pleasure within Honokuni. Everything here is exactly what it should be. It's perfect here.
Then if I would, of course, lush greens and juicy meats would be very at home with me. And of course, I believe stews and soups of like.
Absolutely.
Fenris noises.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of course.
Yeah, she'd be freaking out right now.
We'll just take everything we would normally cook and we'll put it in a stew for you. Absolutely, that's what we can do for you, Fenris. And how about you, Marion?
Oh.
What do you enjoy?
I'm a fan of bread.
Well, she's not here, so you can...
Yeah, it can't be
got real
me.
meta.
It can't be me that brings us out. That makes me less credible.
There are some quarters. Hirohito, could you please show them to where they'll be staying while they're in the castle?
To which he closes his eyes briefly and nods in affirmation.
Excellent. I'm gonna head back into the manor in the meantime. I want to oversee everybody getting ready.
He turns to all of you.
I'll see you then.
He'll bow again.
I look forward to catching up with all of you.
You said everybody getting ready. Is there some sort of dress code, or are we okay?
Well, I suppose you came dressed the way you did, so that'll have to make do.
Fucking ouch.
Damn.
God damn.
I did
Thank
not
you very
bring
much
extra
for your
clothes.
hospitality.
Okay, thank you.
He turns, walks back towards the gate, back through it. Hirohito stays where he is, looks to all of you, the lantern casting quite contrasting shadows on his face. I'm glad you decided to come so quickly.
Ah, you speak.
Yes, I invited you here.
Right. You did.
That was like 40 years to a week ago, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right. See, I have a 6 wisdom, and
Oh my god.
Shit.
I'm sure that I don't have to tell you all not to make any trouble for my lord while you're here. Right.
I say nothing.
Of course, we beg your forbearance if we make any faux pas that we are unaware of.
Act kindly. Show my lord respect. And nothing will happen to you while you're here. You are guests, and you will be treated kindly. I promise that. He refers to the 3 buildings along the wall. You can stay in there. Anytime you come to the castle and wish to visit, you can treat those as if they're yours. He then turns his lantern towards the larger building that sits along the southeastern side of the wall. I don't recommend bothering anybody who's in there. If anybody is home, they're people that you're going to want to avoid.
This one?
Yes.
Are we expected to bring any sort of gift to dinner?
I can't imagine there's anything you could offer my lord that he does not already possess.
I wanted to make sure.
You are guests here. Behave, and you can relax. If you need anything, let one of the butterflies know. He, refers up towards the watchtowers. As he does, he then, his eyes shift towards the buildings, and one of them fades in, as if having been invisible in front of one of the buildings that you've been offered. Crimson butterflies will bring you whatever you want, as long as it's reasonable. And you have nothing to fear from them.
fantastic.
Anyways, I don't mean to take up too much of your time. I'll head back to my lord. Next time you see me, I'll be bringing you to the castle. Yep, there's the area with 2 watchtowers appears to have another, what appears to be section with trees, flowers and whatnot within it. Some greenery does exist in the area. The building that is in front of you up to the north, as you pass by it, that one appears to be some kind of guardhouse. You can see that it is, a large part of it is a deck that has a canopy over the top of it, and inside you can see through the windows that are in it. It appears to mostly be just a large common area that is relatively common for off-duty soldiers and guards and such. The building that is on your left, as you walk by it, has a large reinforced, a large door with a reinforced metal casing, like running along the outside of the door itself, and appears to have no windows. The one that is a bit farther down, the one that is like on the other side of the houses where you guys were staying, that one, looking inside of it, you could tell appears to be some kind of medical building or infirmary. Its exact use is beyond you, but it had windows and you could see through them that there are what appear to be medical equipment and tools inside.
Cool.
Alright.
This is maybe the one time
Like-
I've ever been like, this music fits.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like, the infirmary, does it look like normal, or does it look like some sort of nefarious surgeries are going on here.
Oh yeah, oh, did I forget to mention the Frankenstein-like monsters being put together, grasping out the windows?
And we forget to mention a picture of Dr. Thwart's spine on the outside.
I'm just checking. Bitch.
He's just on the front of a motivational poster.
Yes.
What kind of flowers are growing here? Like, would I recognize them? Are they pretty?
Yeah, it looks like a variety of different kinds. Most of them are very like tulip-like, kind of quaint. They're very sparse. They're not growing. They're not flourishing, but they are there.
I was gonna pick one and give it to Fenris, but if there aren't a lot, I'm not gonna do that. let them have the small amount of flowers they have.
And you will note that there are torches every 15 feet or so, like lanterns that are lit and hung along the walls, that appear to be illuminating this area. This area is definitely meant to be seen, definitively.
Lexi, do you think this might be a good place to put our new friend?
Oh, that might be a good idea. Although, no, he'll be fine. He won't destroy the garden. That'll be fine.
We could find a nice, safe branch to place him.
Do you think he'll be safe here?
I think that out of everywhere, this might be the best place. They did say this is the central of all pleasures in this area, right?
Mm-hmm. Tag, what do you think? We have this little worm friend, and we're not really sure what to do with him. Do you think he would be safe here?
Well, if this place looks like it is well tended, and if they find a worm here when they're tending it, they might either, get rid of it or let it stay. I'm not entirely sure.
So what you're saying is we need to hide them really good.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
You think you're up to the task?
Yes.
Logan, I would like to hide this worm really good.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Hell yeah.
I'm so in
Sounds like an innuendo.
Natural light. Places it on a tree.
I love Lexi.
What type of tree did you say it was, by the way?
Blood hive trees.
I think
They
a
look like
25.
cherry blossom trees, but with a different coloration on the flowers and bulbs.
Of a crimson look to them, right?
Yeah. More reddish sort of cherry blossom tree.
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Yep, you find a nice place, secure it around some branches where it will be a little bit less obvious, where there aren't as many of the flowers and petals, so in theory it shouldn't be paid as much attention to. You find a place to secure it, you nestle it in.
Okay. Stay hidden and stay strong, worm friend.
When
She's
she
gonna,
returns,
like,
I want to
drop
look into I want to be looking at a completely different tree. Like, oh, that's perfect.
He's already gone, and I'll never tell you where he is.
What?
Yes, to stay safe and hidden.
I want to go over to the watchtower over there and just yell up at them. Are the bathhouses open to anybody, or is that for the Lord?
Please let the bathhouses be open to anybody.
That would be cool.
As you yell up to them, they don't seem to do anything. There's just a long silence from them.
Should we try to open
And
the
very
door?
suddenly, as you turn to the person beside you, you see that there is one of the butterflies who has apparated beside you very suddenly. They kind of catch you off guard. All of you move back a little bit as you see their hands are outstretched. And you see that within them, they are offering several towels, upon which appears to be a bucket.
Love you.
I will take.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
They
guys
bow.
Clumsy curtsy.
Well, I'm done exploring.
Should we tell the others that this place is here, though?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Head back
Here
to
I
the
was
others.
hoping. Here I was hoping to relax without people staring at me with daggers.
All right, others? Are you guys doing anything in the meantime? They probably would have been exploring for about 20, 30 minutes.
I will try one thing in the meantime.
Okay.
You got something to say, Flex? Though we can get around to my thing.
Oh, I was briefly gonna ask, like, Master Miriam, I was thinking, I know they said we did not have to bring a gift, but do you think it might ingratiate us if I were to make some sort of small clockwork toy, perhaps?
I am unsure as to what that would do to their disposition.
I see.
They might enjoy it. They might believe you're infantilizing them.
Oh goodness, yes, that is a good point. Yeah, it would not be good to make assumptions based on so little information. I will think on this. I'm sorry, was I interrupting? You looked like you were
I
curious about
am
something.
just looking for, and I'm going to pull out of one of my rations, I'm going to pull just a couple small pieces of food. And I'm going to try one of them immediately. Does it taste any different while we're here?
It seems to taste normal.
All right, that answers my question. I put the other one away.
Was something different?
It tastes fine. We can taste things here.
I see. So what is it about this place that seems to nullify the effects of the rest of this world?
Is it something about that kid?
I'm sure it's connected
Perhaps.
to them.
Oh, blimey, I'm Fenris.
Exactly.
They're transferred, it's fine.
Could be the child, or perhaps some sort of magic spell cast upon the castle itself.
Possibly. Did anyone else notice his necklaces? Those beads?
They're quite pretty.
Nothing in particular. Was there something noteworthy about them?
No, just the gem. Kind of looked like, and I'll just tap Miriam's armor.
Yeah. The kunzites that at least the kunzite looking material that their necklace was made out of appears to match the kunzite gemstones that are inlaid as studs into your armor.
Hopefully, that's not what I'm here looking for, because that's going to be a problem.
With our luck, it very well could be.
Okay, we'll let Tag try first.
I certainly hope it does not come to that. It would be a very powerful enemy to make in this place.
I believe it would be a death sentence. At least, as of time of speaking.
True. I feel if we ask about it whatsoever, we'll be in trouble.
Indeed.
I was going to do
Just
that.
looking around. Oh, sorry.
That's it. He just looks down for a second. Like, I was going to do that.
Then don't put us in any trouble, Miriam.
I mean, I'm definitely the reason we're here. So, we're belly for that.
Or I had to put that together.
I mean, you couldn't have known. What?
I made a bit of a deal with a friend to help find something, and apparently it's here. I think he arranged for me to be invited. I don't know about Fenris. So, hey, to be fair, it's not entirely my fault. It's partially her fault.
I see.
If I get home and it's been 100 years, that's
I'll get you back. And hey, technically, if we get back and it's been 100 years, you're single again. So then it's not wrong for me to hit on you.
Wow.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Really?
Yes,
I'm making light of a bad situation. Your boy will be waiting for you.
I hate you so much.
I feel like you would have killed me by now. You've threatened me for how many months at this point?
Maybe I'm just biding my time.
I feel like you could have made your choice by now. Is it possible for you not to hit me?
I'll punch him.
I'm gonna try and dodge, and I fail. See?
You dodge into it.
It is possible. I'm just choosing not to.
Bingo card.
Yeah.
Where do you think the others went? Hopefully not doing anything stupid.
Anyone who is coming to meet with them at this point to come get them for the bathhouses, you would arrive now.
We found baths!
Guys, we found baths.
Oh, good.
Are they like filled with snakes?
No, they're like
No, like-
actual nice baths.
Okay, let's go.
Oh,
Well,
wonderful.
I can drown Miriam.
Something happened.
No, that's just kind of the general vibe. It's okay.
Yeah, I think
that's
this
what
is
I've
like
been getting.
Avi's love language is violence.
Mm-hmm.
Violence and
Master Miriam.
avid expression of hatred.
Oh,
Otherwise, they just really don't like me.
I hope it's not that.
If you would stop hitting on me, we'd be fine. But you won't.
Look, magic towels.
those are regular towels, Lexi.
They were magic here, though.
Are there any buckets?
Yes,
or
there would
any
be buckets around here.
filled? Avi will disrobe and go to the cold, faucet and start filling the bucket with water and just pouring it over herself, like she would in her home.
All right.
So thought you were gonna throw it at Miriam.
Nah.
I disrobe, but then throw a bucket of water in there.
Yeah! It's like, all right. Don't know why you gotta be naked for that, but go off, girl. Get it.
Ignoring everybody,
Miriam
pouring water on herself.
Mary will turn and just call out into the ether. Is there any way we can have laundry done while we're here before our dinner?
There's nothing for a minute. And you turn, and there is one of the butterflies behind you, just out of your periphery.
Perfect, thank you.
And they put their,
Every
their
time-
hands out to
Every
you.
time they appear, you hear a.
As they put their hands out,
Hell yeah!
I begin disrobing. And I'll just hand them my clothes.
We'll do the same.
Does
Thank you
it?
very
These
much.
clothes haven't been washed in 100 years.
Ew, you're a stinky.
I remove my pants.
Fucking
Giant robot dong.
It's an actual hose that unfurls.
And reality research.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
As you do, you see Flux laid more bare than you'd ever seen him before. He looks quite a bit more spindly without a lot of his mass. He seems a lot more lanky, very long, very Groot-ish. There's still some like copper and metallic elements to him that are naturally part of him, but there's a lot more like wood and what looks like organic tubing and whatnot on his body that you were aware of.
Nice.
Aw,
This is an odd sensation I have not felt in quite some time.
you still look really cool, though, Flux.
Oh, thank you, Master Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get those.
I am
armors-
butt
we'll get
ass
those armor
naked
plates
in front of
buffed
you.
up.
Yeah, no reaction. It's
Yeah.
completely unfazed.
Hell yeah.
Saved
Out
her
of
from
curiosity,
poverty.
Tagachi,
Hmm.
outside of working for a bitch like the Crystal Queen and, feeding kids on the street like Fenris, what else did you get up to in your time? Just curious.
What else did I get up to? I did a lot of things. Well, before, he's trying to. He like thinks. He like looks up, like he's thinking. Well, back before I met Satsumaru, I had a pretty normal life. But I heard and witnessed some of the deeds that Lord Satsumaru was doing. I felt very inspired when I saw those, and I wanted to, help wherever I could. I wanted to follow in her example. She's a very inspiring woman.
What exactly could she have been doing that inspired you? From everything I've heard, she sounds terrible.
Before she was a vampire, she was very... I wouldn't say kind. But she was very... She helped a lot of people.
In what way? Because a lot of people might think they're helping when truly they're doing more harm than good.
Well, helping civilians like Fenris when she was starving in the streets. Just helping the common folk.
Lexi's kind of sinking down in the bathroom looking sad. But now we was all like, doing more harm than good.
She treated all of her followers kindly, and anybody who would, come across her path. But she was not mortal. She could not relate to us common folk. Well, nonetheless, I still found her very inspiring. I decided to follow her. Put my skills to use any way I could. So, and then I was, before she became what she is now, I would just, do odd jobs for her here and there, and took up the sword, worked my way up, and eventually gained enough trust to be handling more difficult duties, I should say. Like retrieving that armor there. Or the armor he was wearing.
Yeah, it's like I looked at him and
yeah.
like...
Retrieving the armor he was wearing. Yeah. But
were the two of you close at all? By the end of everything?
I wouldn't say we were close companions or friends. But I do, like I said, I admire her. But, yeah. That's, essentially what I was doing for her. Oh. When she was, still alive, she was tasked with finding something she just referred to as the Eidolon's messy origins. Shouldn't go into too much detail, but it took her to many places where she would amass followers and whatnot. But in 640, she took her, she took her followers and me to the southern reaches of Sermonway. We found what looked like an irregular glacier. which filled everybody there with this sense of dread. And in the place, it also seemed like time was just distorted. But, yeah. She ordered us to begin excavating the glacier. It took a very long time, so she established a small settlement and kingdom to facilitate it. Eventually, one day, she left to check on the dig site with me in tow. These gargantuan insectoid feelers and legs made of bone and rotting flesh had been unearthed over several weeks, as if the rotting skeleton of some massive bug were trapped within. On that day, whatever was inside woke up, and the glacier crumbled. Some massive wave of what seemed like death spread from the dig site, killing everyone there except me and Satsumaru. The wave turned her into what you know was the Crystal Queen. And I got these fancy marks. You know, gestures to the mark on his forehead. There are some like across his body as well. So that's how she became a vampire.
Interesting.
How do you think you survived?
I don't think I did.
Looks
How
like
do
you
you mean?
confused, yeah.
You seem quite lively.
Appreciate that, but I believe I myself was transformed into something resembling an undead. I don't sleep, I don't need to eat. Yeah.
An eternal servant for your Crystal Queen, I guess.
I guess. But yeah, she changed dramatically after that event, obviously. Sorry for bringing the mood down.
No, I'm
Bring the mood down.
interested.
It got very quiet, so I thought
No, I'm just thinking.
We're just
Putting
paying
some
attention.
pieces-
Have
just
you
putting some
noticed
pieces
any?
together.
Have you noticed any changes in your own behavior since then?
I mean, not as dramatic as hers. No. Nothing changed too much for me in the personality department. Thank goodness.
And you were human?
I was. Now I cease aging, but yeah.
Do you drink blood?
No, I don't need to. I don't need anything to sustain me.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
That is good to hear. I'm sorry if that was rude to ask.
No, it's fine. I mean, I wish I could eat, honestly. Could enjoy my wife's cooking. But
I have a wife.
I do.
What was she like?
She was beautiful. She was, she helped me, sometimes when, feeding the sick and poor. She had a passion for painting. She was very talented. Very beautiful. I look down. I hope she's been fine.
Was she human as well?
She was. But I hope you're right that we emerge out of this place in our own times.
We can only hope. Hopefully you can get back to the person you love.
You too, Abby. Elbows her a little bit.
We'll see.
You have someone out there too? Oh, I don't mean to pry.
Yeah, I do.
What's he like?
Come on, spill.
What are they like? Assume much? Tag?
Apologies. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Sorry.
Get him, Lexi.
Come on, spill it, spill it.
He's wonderful. A little stubborn, very stubborn.
I get that.
But very kind. And maybe a little mild and shy, but probably the kindest man I've ever met.
He's a vanilla douche canoe, but he's a good guy.
Oh, shut up!
Hey, you would say the same thing. You're just being soft right now.
Yeah, he can be a little vanilla, but whatever.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a criticism.
How is he a douche canoe, Miriam?
Have you talked to him?
Regularly.
Yeah, he's a total douche canoe.
No, he is not.
Fenris also loves somebody.
Explain to me. Break down the problems with Rory Orman, and I'll decide if I want to drown you or not.
Fenris, want to talk about how much you love Tantia real quick?
Fenris is drowning. Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely begrudged to do his job when pestered by the highest standard. He loathes all of your friends. He constantly demands that you stop committing crime, but never takes any real strides or efforts into getting you to do it. He just asks politely that you do so. And he's just kind of a fluffy rich boy, which is like one of the things you hate the most in the world. But, you know, he's a sweetheart, so you kind of look past that.
Oh.
Here's
You don't
like
make
him.
your own very difficult to like.
It's true.
So
Really?
Oh, is there anything I could work on?
See, now you've gone and made them sad, Oz.
It seems he keeps you grounded.
yes, you could say that.
Wait, was that a bird joke or not?
Bird joke.
Lexi Hendricks.
I didn't make it. I was just thinking out loud if it was or not, so that you knew to be mad at him. If it was.
Max is figuring out the whole love thing.
Oh.
Like thing.
Listen, yes, he could work on a few things, and maybe he hasn't been the best at keeping me out of trouble.
okay. It's important to be honest with yourself about these things.
Oh no, I'm
I'm incorrigible. I'll openly tell people that. Usually I don't have to, though. I kind of lead with it.
It's true.
Anyone else have any romance they want to speak on?
Do you?
Not a one.
You sure about that?
Cinda Fierna.
Oh, totally.
I mean, probably.
I would be deceased.
It's true. It's correct. You
Probably
would.
worse.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are fun.
Aw, thank you.
You are also fun, Master Tag.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't get told that often.
Really? You seem like a lovely person to be around.
Oh, well, thanks. I
Don't
mostly
mention
hang
it.
out with, with hobgoblins.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they
Not the
are they not the most
complimentary type.
complimentary?
more recent than that.
Oh, never mind.
Take
Humans.
it back.
Mostly hang out with soldiers and
that
undead.
happened within Vogan's lifetime.
Cool. Never mind.
I mostly hang out with.
I hang out with other people.
I mostly
The
hang out
soldiers.
with the forces of the undead.
That being said, it is a very intriguing existence that you talk about, Taguchi. I'm wondering if there's anything.
If there's anything. What?
Just thinking out loud. You are very interesting.
Thank
We'll
you.
have to see how things end up around here.
Yeah.
Why are you saying it like that? Are you gonna hurt him?
You're either gonna
Probably.
kill him or kiss him.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's not entirely here nor there. What I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, if he has
is-
a wife, you can't just go kissing him.
Yeah. Seems you and
He
Miriam
will
have
hold
more in
his
common.
tongue on something he was going to say. It's like, I mean, I won't. I mean, does he? But he will not say that. Oof. But,
Damn.
but he will just.
Come on, my heart can take it.
I was just pondering if a certain thing would work or not. To be honest, I highly doubt it, but you never know.
You try banishing
What
someone
thing?
again?
Not banishing, no. I have
What are
a
you thinking?
selective set of skills that I've not really messed around with too much. I doubt that it will do anything.
Why are you being so vague about it?
Spit it out.
It's hard to keep things out in the open and with my sort of work, especially when I know that all of you are very hostile, mostly. But I have a certain ability to potentially return those who have died to some sort of existence.
Oh.
What do you mean?
It's a spell that I have learned over my time. Reincarnation.
Oh.
Oh.
I do not think it would work, to be honest, but I mean, if it could, that might be an interesting idea to throw about for anything. Not that I would use something extremely costly on just anyone. I don't have many uses of it, to be fair. It costs quite a interesting assortment of material. But that was something I was planning on keeping secret in case the unfortunate were to happen. He looks over toward Miriam.
What? What?
My job is to keep you safe.
Oh,
No.
interesting. I don't know. They gave me the ability to come back, whether I like it or not. At least once.
Exactly. Your line of work once may not be enough.
Is anybody else's hands getting all pruny?
Look at my hands that are
Yep.
very, very pruny.
Ren and
They are now
Stimpy level
prunes.
high
Should I be
detail
concerned?
close render of Flux's hands.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I hate that.
Should I be concerned about that, Master Lexi?
We should maybe get out of the bath.
I see.
But
Cool horn.
Nimric will stand to go
I got
get
it from
out
a
of the
dragon.
bath at this point.
You got it from a dragon?
mm-hmm.
Do you mean like a dragon gave it to you, or do you mean like you killed the dragon and took off its
I
body?
killed a dragon and took it.
Oh, okay.
Most impressive.
Thank you. It was a group effort.
Oh.
In there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I found that armor, actually.
Oh.
That's where I made the armor better, actually.
Wow.
We have so much in common.
So much in common. Wow.
Aw.
We really should be friends. I'm sorry, my queen hates you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry she does too.
Is that all it takes? Saying sorry about it? Is that all it takes?
No, she really wanted to kill me last time we saw each other. There was
I believe
firm negotiations over the matter.
I believe it.
She was gonna kill me while I was naked.
Oh, rude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why were you naked?
Well, she told me to.
She told her to strip?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well,
She didn't want to get blood in the armor, I assume. I mean, she probably would have. If I just said no, I feel like she would have just stabbed me. So, I don't think it was a big deal. But ideally, she wanted to kill me naked, and I'm going to hold that against them. Anyways, I'm going to get a robe, and we're going to go back to our place, because I'm not staying here for 8 hours. As lovely as this is, and as much as I'm enjoying seeing everyone naked.
After they were all poured, after all the baths were drawn, the steam would have stopped coming out of the bottom of the vents, so the reservoir underneath would have gone cold. And since then, the baths would just slowly have been getting colder.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Screw this
Yeah.
place. This is ruined already. I'm kidding.
Tag looks at ears and tail.
What? Oh, okay. You wanna and
Yeah.
walk over to him and like lean my head towards him so he can speak. Yeah.
Oh, my children would love this. Oh.
We're learning so much about Tag.
Oh my god.
Adorable.
Ah, this is nice.
You'd
I
love
wish you could
Trick.
meet them.
I was.
There's a baby. It's Audra. Named Trick. They're pretty cute. They can't transform
Aw.
yet, so they're just kind of a fluffy fox.
Well, like since
Are
we're
you
being
gonna
honest,
transform?
yeah, Tag, I can do this. Wah, fox.
Oh my god. I hold Lexi.
Oh, Aaron died.
I pet.
Aaron died. Aaron died.
That killed him. That killed the man.
Murdered him.
So cute.
Pet.
So should we call?
I
Aaron,
try
you're
to get a
back.
leg going.
Should we call Tag Daddy then? I'm just saying.
Oh shit. While you're petting, just apper. Apper.
I'm trying to get a leg going. Screech.
Aaron, you back?
Oh, very young.
Oh.
I have a 5-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son.
Bark. I'm reacting in fox because I am excited.
Mm-hmm. Their daughter's name is Kazue, and son's name is Kenta. So,
What sad names.
No, pretty names. Listen, it's hard to convey emotion in fox sounds, all right?
I must enjoy this in their stead.
You all said that these houses don't give off the greatest feels, right?
That goes for
Sure, you
everybody,
felt
right?
it too.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't go in.
Oh, yes.
I think that I'll make myself comfortable around this fire then. until we are needed.
What a pity, because your clothes definitely would have been put in those houses.
Oh well, okay, never mind then.
So neat.
Someone get my clothes for me, please. I don't want to feel licky.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Wow.
I love Flux.
He lives to be helpful.
You
It
think
is
you can
love.
just not go in my dread houses? Nay, nay.
Nemric goes to sleep, wakes up in Dread House.
Avi has
Right.
moved him
In the
into the
dread
dread house.
No, it wasn't. They're the whole point of the campaign, Cody. You can't just avoid them.
All right. Then let's get down to the unpleasant part.
As he says that, the various candles around the room flicker and the soft lights they were giving off all turn red. You see lights outside also begin to shift, as if the moonlight outside from the sky had also turned this pale at first and then dark reddish color.
When the time comes, refers to whether or not you manage to survive here. The land, you see, it echoes. It remembers how it was born. And it likes to repeat those events. And so, every once in a while, 6 people are brought here. Among you, there are 3. I have spoken already to 2 of them, which means there is 1 I have yet to see. We refer to those people as the Hunted. I pray you not get discouraged by that. The Hunted are actually quite blessed. For all intents and purposes, they're immortal, like everybody else here. If you were to be killed under improper conditions, you would come back to life, over and over and over again, until the right conditions had been met. And you have a chance to far excel beyond anything that you ever thought that you could do. But it's a matter of perspective. When this land began, others sat at this table with me. They consumed the flesh of those that were close to them, and then they were cast out into the countryside to be hunted for what they had done. They were criminals. They were unfit to sit at this table. And my first table, those warlords who helped to protect this land hunted them down and brought peace to Honokuni. You, the Hunted, stand in for them. And likewise, now that you have also consumed the blood of those who came before you, you will also be hunted by the current iteration of the Table of Samurai.
So was anyone a nerd and didn't drink? Like, real quick.
But my lord,
Do we all do it? Fuck.
Yes.
You also took in that drink, did you not?
Of course.
Is that not problematic for you?
Why would it be?
Would you be considered the hunted?
No, I wasn't invited in. If anybody else were to drink it, then nothing would happen.
So, the rest of the people here who are not the hunted are fine?
Same as you were. You never had any special protections anyways, though.
Oh.
Damn.
Up until this moment, up until engaging in drinking that wine, the Hunted would have been immune to being killed. Even the members of the table wouldn't have been able to kill them. They would have simply returned until they eventually came here to see me. But now, you're part of the hunt. The hunting of the flock begins. And I'm sorry to say that you are the flock. But if my table falls, if they all die, and any amount of you live, then you'll be brought back here again, and I will do anything that you wish, including giving you a seat at the table. Because those who sit at my table are immortal. Their minds will never deteriorate. The people of this land cannot kill them, and likewise, as you will be forced to hunt them, you will find that only those of you who are the hunted can end their lives. If any others kill them, nothing will happen. They'll simply return. Don't worry though, you'll know. When you are challenged by a person with the intent to kill you, or you challenge another person with the intent to kill them as part of the hunt, if it is a battle between the hunted and the table, the moon will coat the land in red. So, there won't be any uncertainty. Win, and I'll grant any wish you want. I could pull somebody up out of hell. I could grant you your way home. I could find this item you're looking for, unless you manage to find it on your own. Or I could grant you immortality here and a position of absolute power under me. I'm fairly certain, Miriam, that you are one of them. And I know that you are, Taguchi. Among the rest of you, I can't be certain.
I have a question regarding the wish. If we do so happen to survive, is it within your capabilities to affect the outside world?
I can do anything.
Even reverse undeath?
Probably. I've never tried. But I've never failed at doing anything I've attempted to do. Don't let this sour the night. The Table of Samurai knows not to go after people who are new here because they wouldn't have been able to do anything anyways. I understand you all got into a scuffle with Sagittarius very briefly, right? The reason that he left you alone is there would have been no way for him to kill you properly. Although if you had stayed away, eventually the table would have come after you for the purposes of delivering you here. But we managed to avoid that. You will be allowed to stay here until tomorrow night. I know time can be hard to keep track of here, but you have roughly 24 hours. You can relax here and do whatever you want, and then you'll be escorted out to the other side of the Akuma Kyofu. After that, you're on your own.
Is your bodyguard there part of the table?
No. Hirohito protects me, and that's all he does.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
He sits intense, like, oh, okay.
Whew.
Oh.
I need more blood.
You shouldn't have any reason to fear him unless you directly try to interfere with me. But likewise, I don't like to get involved if I can help it. So I'm not really gonna step in or show my hand or aid any of you against any others. In fact, every few weeks, I like to host a gathering here and I like to call off the hunt during that time, and I hope that when that happens, you return.
You expect the hunt will take that long?
The hunt sometimes takes years.
If we leave before the 24 hours, does our protection expire?
As soon as you're outside the forest, yeah.
So if we visit things within the forest, are we free to do so?
The forest will allow you to pass to get out, but if you try to move beyond the path opened in the mists, then you'll be subject to the effects of it. You'll be treated as if you had left it.
Right.
Besides, the table aside, there are horrors here, and the forest is ripe with them. Even if you can't die permanently, you could go mad from being brought back to life repeatedly, if things were to get their hands on you by means other than death. there's nothing that could be done. I
May
apologize.
we,
Yes, go ahead. I keep interrupting you.
No, I apologize. This is your place. May we ask how many members comprise the table of samurai?
There are 6.
Thank you.
6 for one for each guest.
Much God.
And they all must be taken down?
Mm-hmm. If you all die, I will rebuild the table. If they all die, the members of the hunted who remain will be brought back to me and be granted any wish that they want, including leaving. That's happened before. And then once that occurs, day will break, and things will return to normal until the next time Honokuni decides to draw people in.
Well, since we'll be staying here for quite a while, do you have any things around here you might think that we might like to see? Perhaps some of the sights may make us want to stay here a bit longer. Anything of note around the area?
Damn, like he says there wasn't anything fun here.
Oh, it doesn't have to be fun, just anything of note.
Hmm.
It's obviously not fun that keeps people here.
I'm afraid I can't tell you much.
Ah, but you can tell me some.
I've already told you a lot. In the old days, this all sort of happened automatically. The first few hunts, it was very hard for us to figure out what triggered it. It was actually very alarming that the moon wouldn't set, that the night wouldn't end, and we had to figure out exactly what was going on. The next bunch of times after that, we wanted to get it over with. So when people arrived here, we did what we had to do to start things. And then the table was set upon them, and we didn't offer any warning. But as time went on, it became relatively obvious that that wasn't very sporting, nor was it very kind. So I try to have meetings like this, so that you know that you're welcome here, and that I hope that you win, but that I can't help you. Is there anything else I can get any of you?
One thing I can think of.
No, you've been more than hospitable.
Absolutely a superb host.
Seemed just beaming, just a very wide, happy smile. With all the joy of a young man who's happy that his friends enjoy his birthday party.
Oh.
He seems to be very pleased.
Oh man. Oh man.
They feel so safe. Oh, this is fun.
Aren't we all having fun?
So none of you are gonna none of the rest of you are gonna eat the duck then.
Duck
I'll
away,
just-
my
I'll
devil
just
friend.
move this over here. Slides on the table.
Tag looks sad. Just like, as he was reaching for it, just like
Oh no! Pushes it back if it's Tag looking for it. If it's Tag looking for it, pushes it back. Daddy. I'm kidding.
My God. I am a dad. You're right.
So cute. Goddamn.
Yeah, he is.
Those of you who are not hunted, should you die, you should know. You do not belong to Honokuni until you have drawn your last breath. If you wish
So
to
they would-
leave, it is in your best interest to make sure that the hunted you support wins. Otherwise, you will remain here.
Well, my lord, we'll be here potentially for another 24 hours. If there's ever any time you wish to play any board games or anything of the sort, you could always come and ask.
The moment you say that, a door opens rather absurdly, and you see a wooden box carried by a member of one of the Crimson Butterflies.
Well, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Do you have tic-tac-toe?
I have never heard of that.
It's a game my children showed me how to play.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah. It's fun.
So just real quick, to bring us to a lighter note, I suppose. Do you Nemric, you want to try to play against him?
Yeah. He offered. He'll definitely back it up.
Roll me a gaming
Hell yeah,
set
we'll
check.
get it.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
Get him.
Get him!
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
You find yourself... Let's do 3 of these. Let's do 3 sets of
Okay.
these. 3 sets.
Second check. Much worse.
Oh shit.
Not great.
And
Last
third
one.
check. I was on the 19 so much. It was almost there.
So...
What is Battleship? What the heck?
You find yourself losing handily over the course many games. But there's a part of you that may have been like, oh, I've just not been playing these games properly. Roll me an insight check.
This guy has been playing for like decades, probably. So
Centuries. Well, fucking.
Hey!
23. As you
Nice.
play against them, their demeanor changes to be very amused, but there is a shrewdness to the way that they play and the way they strategize and can think ahead that excels far beyond the years that you see present. The young man who looks to physically be no older than what you'd compare to 14 for a human, when you play against him, you feel like even playing at your best, it is unlikely you'd be able to outsmart this young man.
My lord. You may be new to the blade, but your mind is sharper than mine.
I suppose.
I'm having a lot of fun.
So am I.
Do you want to try
I
tag?
Yes.
What?
Do you want to try?
I want to try tic-tac-toe with him.
Hell yeah.
A new game. Let's see if he can see.
Go ahead. Roll me.
That's a pretty advanced game.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Pretty advanced game.
You see, you draw the circles and the X's here.
Oh.
Oh, he's so cute.
10.
Let's do 3 of them.
Cool.
Rounds, boy.
I probably can't even beat him. Like.
Hey!
Oh!
It's pretty good. Oh, I get some style points. Hell yeah.
Use them before you lose them, boy.
I can't
Martin,
believe he rolled 2 nat 20s in the first 2, and then just barely lost to you, even with the 20 on the last one. As you play for the better part of an hour or two, playing various games. He seems to pick up on it immediately. He has this weird strategy about only doing the corners that you just can't figure out why it keeps beating you, but he keeps beating you somehow, until you finally do manage to beat him in a game. As simple as it is, when you do, there's a very slight demeanor shift within him when he loses, where you just see his expression sort of softens a little bit, his eyes become a little bit more narrowed, and you don't detect anger, but you detect that he becomes immediately interested in what happened. And as you continue playing from that point on, there's a sharpness to everything he says and does, as if having lost a single game breaks away some veneer of it being fun, and it becomes a task that he has to complete.
Oh.
All right. Cool.
And completed he does.
Hmm?
And completed he does. You win a total of 1 game among...
I won 1 out of like 30 games.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I absolutely believe that.
I normally prefer games that have a bit more thought put into them, but this is fun.
That's a
Kind of a kid's game, though.
Wow.
it has a number of strategies. Also, I learned this from my kids, so you're correct.
Right.
Yeah. But you did very well.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
You too.
Thank you. I guess.
Do you only really like board games, or do you like other kinds of games?
Cards. Games of strategy.
So you don't like games like hide and seek and stuff like that?
I do. I just don't really have a lot of people around here to play them with.
I mean, we're here to play with you right now.
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, if you want to try it.
You won't play hide and seek with some rogues, boy?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hirohito, can we piss off a lord?
Hirohito, can we do that?
To which she's like, as long as they don't go into anywhere that we've deemed off limits, then I can't see why not.
Yeah, absolutely. So probably nowhere here in the manor itself, but if you want to hide anywhere outside, then take an hour, and then I'll come look for you.
That's a really long time. Like, normally we just count to 10. But okay.
We have
a dinner workout.
We have a lot of time here. We're not in a rush to do much of anything.
Fair.
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, I can't wait.
You guys are shown out of the manor. I guess this is
mistake.
So game's running. We're running a little bit long today. That's fine. Let's do hide and seek with Baby Stride. Let's do it.
Okay.
Who is getting
Stewie.
Who is getting involved?
100% getting involved.
I will get involved as well.
I will definitely get involved.
All right, I'll rephrase. Who's not playing?
Marion will abstain from playing.
Okay, my guys. So it's gonna come down to a roll, but where would you like to try to hide? Gonna reshare the map real
Zoom
quick.
out on this map real quick.
Yeah, right.
This giant ass map.
It's fucking huge, bitch.
Yeah, it's a big map.
Oh no. It's frozen.
Is magic against the rules?
Oh no, Fantasy Grounds.
Oh no, Fantasy Grounds is
Fantasy Grounds,
exploding.
no.
We just wanted to play hide and seek Fantasy Grounds. We're sorry.
Come on, Fancy Grounds.
Yeah, no, it is exploding. I don't know why I'm picturing you as like a live news announcer. It's like, oh, it's freezing. Oh wait, no, something's happening.
And we're out of here.
All right, my guys. So the use of magic, I don't know. You can decide if that would cross the line or not.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Tag is gonna fall. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, Fantasy Grounds, no.
Fantasy Grounds, no.
Can't go through walls, Lexi.
Breathe the wrong way.
Well, I was gonna say, Tag finds like the worst hiding spot ever.
He's
But
like
where
at
on the
door
map would that
covering
be,
his face.
Tag?
Tag is like behind a tree.
Oh my god.
He's such a dad. Oh my god.
I love him.
Oh yeah, no. He's very much like he's gonna pop out like, you found me.
Oh no! You won my heart. Get out of here.
Oh.
That's good.
As you go in, as you pick up various scrolls and set them down, you do find, unfortunately, that everything appears to have been burnt out. As you move towards the back of the library and start searching around in it, which is relatively quick, ultimately, given that there's not a lot to really investigate, I would like to pull you real quick into another call, just real fast.
Oh my god.
Right, cool.
Who's got the bingo
and by that I mean I'd like to move all of the rest of you to hang out. Everybody that's not him, get to hang out.
Bye.
Fine.
Oh boy, I'm about to get in trouble.
As you search and you head towards the back, you come across, you pick up various scrolls and whatnot and try to read them, and you find that most of them crumble in your hands. But as you reach near the back of the library, you do find there is what appears to be the what looks like it should be a book, but upon closer inspection, it appears to just be the metal frame of a book that appears to be adhered to the shelf that it's on. Like it's as if it was like planted there.
Okay. Does it appear openable?
The frame itself appears to be just be book shaped, as if a book could have been placed inside of it.
Oh, okay. And there's no book there.
There's no book in it.
Okay.
It has a hinge on the bottom, strangely.
A hinge on the bottom.
Yeah. with this metal frame that could contain a book. There's a hinge on the bottom where it connects to the shelf that it's set upon.
Okay. Like it could be like opened or something?
Could be.
Could I try opening it?
When you grab it and you pull it, it pulls back in a manner very akin to the way that any book that opens a secret passage in a castle has ever slid back. As it does, it fixes into place. You can tell it hasn't been moved in a long time. Little bits of charring and whatnot peel off of it as you pull it back. And from a little bit farther down the shelf, you hear this small, almost indistinct popping sound as you notice a very small chunk of the wall behind the shelf. A very small square, large enough that it could just be like a disk drive sized section, pops out slightly.
Oh. I would like to go over and take it.
As you go over to it, you grab it, you pull it, you find it is a very small compartment in which there appears to be hidden a hastily packed together letter.
Can I read it?
You do. I will send this to you privately. I believe I can... Can I do that? Can I send it to you privately?
Just drop it in my inventory.
I don't have an item for it set right now, but I will...
Oh, okay.
I will, real quick, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to send it to you on Discord, and I will...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just straight up read it as well.
Barry's excited for this, too.
Apparently. This letter states, I shall not live past this day. No, they advance upon us. I hear them in the Apple Sea. Hirohito and his band of warlords, his Zugaiken, his butterflies. We have lost. I will hide our most ancient secret, which I alone was charged with, the godly weapon, the Tiberius barrel knife. I dare not risk Samurai finding it. If you find this, know that it is within the tomb of our most ancient ancestor, buried in our most ancient resting place. Find it. Get it away from them. I shall destroy all knowledge here of its location. Only one book within the castle exists that tells of it. I shall fly to and burn it. This shall remain the only record of its location. I can't know who would read this, but please, do right by my knowledge. May the 12 guide us. Alright, come back.
Just as we were all like heckin' taking off towards our hiding places, could I have like taken note of the direction that everybody took off in?
Sure.
Thank
Gonna be
you.
a snitch.
Bitch, I want to win.
Wow.
What we're gonna do? Everybody who's
Wow.
hiding, roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
This is gonna be the nicest initiative we have for months, guys.
Hey.
My style points.
I told you to use them before you lost them, boy.
Lexi,
Yeah, man.
roll me a deception check.
Oh, I'm okay at those. I much prefer a stealth, Logan, but okay.
You chose to disguise yourself as something, so roll me deception.
You
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Oh, Lexi.
You're too happy. You're gonna look more glum.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. She's
It
trying
was
to
the
like have a-
tail. It was the
Sure,
tail that
okay.
gave you away.
Oh no!
Some time
Just forgot
passes.
to put away the-
You go over. You disguise yourself as a. No, you're not. You're not incompetent. You do disguise yourself properly.
Trying to have
But relatively quickly after you assume your disguise, once the hour passes, it doesn't take not but a few minutes for you just to hear from a bit down the path, past some of the trees, just
Found one of you. I know what they look like. I know you're not one of them.
starts walking towards you.
Come on.
How close to me is he?
He's walking straight at you. He's within like 10, 15 feet.
Just standing.
No one likes a sore loser, Lexi.
Ooh.
Fine. How'd you know it was me?
I know what they all look like.
Aw.
And they all feel a very certain way. The Crimson Butterflies have been with us since we brought peace to this place. They've been protecting us and making sure that we're well taken care of for so long. Even small little differences in body language, positioning, posture, they stick out like a sore thumb to me.
Okay. That's kinda cool.
Anyways, you lose.
And
Nemric,
I will stay here, because I like this garden.
roll me deception.
Hiya. Well,
We
here's the
ain't doing
thing.
good at this, boys.
Exact same thing.
God damn.
We had the same idea, you see.
You're like you're just waiting. Like you turn your clothes into those of the one of the crimson butterflies. You disguise yourself as an elf, begin waiting. As you are looking around, you just hear from right behind you,
Hey, found you.
just right behind you.
It's because they're all girls, right?
It's because they're all girls, yes.
Yeah, okay. He just starts walking off, just like, you got me. Like hands in the air.
Oh.
It was a good idea, though. Very original. I'm gonna look up. Avi, you see their eyes slowly drift up to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
The moonlight catches in their eyes, and they seem to glow this predatory shade of red.
I see you.
Very good. I will hop down from the roof.
I probably wouldn't have found you if your friend hadn't betrayed you.
Well, shit, sure.
Hey, Avi, I got his horses.
Oh, good job, Miriam.
Okay, well you two can deal with that. I'm gonna go. I need to find the others.
Heads.
Good luck.
Flux. So,
Bitch.
why don't you roll me? Because you're pretending to be a rock, right?
Yeah.
A metal
Just a
rock.
Just a mundane rock.
Flashbacks to
What
I
is-
am blood. I am blood.
I am
Roll me 2 checks. Roll me a deception check and roll me a spellcasting ability check.
Shit. Can I brain blast either of these?
I'd say it's for ongoing hiding, so nah.
Alright. Alright, so you said deception. This is gonna be bad.
No, not. I mean, yeah, now the spellcasting ability check.
Alright, spell casting. Ah!
Oh shit!
Oh!
Get it, you fucking rock.
You gross bitch.
Oh, that's that rock move.
True
Oh,
polymorph
shit.
to be a rock.
Yeah, damn.
You see them walk down across the garden in between the trees. They move on by you, their eyes drifting around the area. They walk forward. Tag, is your plan still to, like, jump out at them?
Yeah.
They walk forward, and you just hear them muttering,
I can tell that someone's there.
I jump out.
as their eyes
You got me.
as their eyes begin slowly moving roughly over to where Flux is. Tag jumps out behind them, and they have a very just move and put their hands up, and he's like, "Oh, you did it!"
Yeah, I got you.
I thought I hid myself pretty well there.
You didn't.
Good job.
Damn.
Leave it to the brutal honesty of children. Well, good job.
Do your
Anyway.
kids beat you in tic-tac-toe a lot?
Sometimes.
I get the impression that they do.
He turns and he walks away.
Still have one left to find. Where are you, Flux?
Walks by you.
As soon as he gets out of ice, out of view, I look over at Flux like, you're welcome.
Damn.
Fuck.
Enough time passes. About an hour goes by. And you just hear a yell coming from the front of the manor, just a very abrupt, "Okay, I give up. I can't find you, Flux. You win."
I stand up and release that alter self. Just covered in dirt. I'll come out.
I
Go
love
where the
Flux
voice
so
was.
much.
So much.
He's so much fun to be.
Oh, you
I
buried
considered
yourself.
Yes, I thought I might take certain advantages of my form, what with not needing to breathe or move very much. I thought I would make a more convincing rock than one of your servants.
You did.
Hooray!
Very
My
good.
hypothesis proved correct. Did you have fun, Lord?
I did. I found most of you.
Oh,
I'd say that
excellent.
between all of you, you were obviously the hardest. Aviana's shockingly good at hiding, but Miriam betrayed her position. For very little. I didn't have to say very much either. I'm going to retire for a time. It's been very fun, but I'm sure I'll see most of you again, so I'm going to see myself back to the things I need to do. You're free to stay and make use of the facilities until time is up. You have another 16, 17 hours or so?
Shall we?
Hmm?
What are we shouting? What's happening?
Let's get
All right,
Flux
Flux,
that
let's
next
go.
bath.
Let's go buff you out again.
Yep.
Let's get
Yes,
some
this is going to be
sleep.
quite the undertaking.
I want us to leave early.
No, I agree.
Flux,
Yes.
I'm going to send you something.
Oh shit.
It's your
Just a
new
note
flaw.
that, it's just a note that says "kill your friends."
I want it written in like murder scroll.
It's just like a, it's
But
just
then
like
there's
in
also
blood.
like the yes/no boxes below it. Like it's
Hell yeah.
Kill your
an
friends.
elementary love note.
Oh.
You consider the nature of where you are, and you consider, you start logically thinking about the kind of people who would have to be stuck here. And Flux, I've added something to the identity tab of your sheet.
Oh.
Is everybody gone? Good. Yeah. Tag will pull Miriam aside. Miriam, may I speak to you privately?
Of course.
I found something that might be useful for you and I.
Really?
But I did. Potentially the location of the item we seek.
And so quickly.
I more stumbled upon it when I was hiding. Well, hiding, in quotes.
I suppose
But-
fortune favors the bold. I'm glad you found it. Where is it?
Before I tell you, I want to make a deal with you.
I'm
I want
listening.
I want you to help me with my goal. My other goal. I want you to help me reverse Satsumaru's vampirism.
That's not directly against my interests, so I'm not opposed to it.
I don't know how. I don't know if it's even possible, but I wouldn't mind the help.
There have been tales on the wind. Not sure if they're just mere legend or anything, but I'm certain it's possible in some form or another.
Then-
Honestly, one of the grimmest possibilities is slay them and use Nemric's ability to reincarnate people. They reincarnate to something other than a vampire. No longer a vampire.
I just want the... I want the old Satsumaru back. Thank you for agreeing to this. If this is you agreeing to it.
I have nothing against the idea, so sure. Just know that that might not change what I might eventually have to do anyways. She does want me dead, after all.
I understand.
Even lacking her vampirism, she's astoundingly powerful.
Yeah, I'm very aware. He'll reach into his robe and pull out the letter that he found. This I believe will point us in the correct direction. Yeah, and he'll hand it to Miriam.
I'm going to send this to you again privately on Discord just so you have it. I just didn't want to drop in the chat and like risk it accidentally sharing with everybody else because I wasn't sure if it would or not.
This is going to be a place that's going to be difficult to find.
I agree. But it does give us at least gives us something to work off. Thank you.
Thank me when we're done.
All right. Well, try to get some rest in this dreadful place.
I'll do what I can.
Have a good night.
You too. Everyone's lying their mats next to yours for some reason.
Yeah, weird. I don't mind the company. I like company. All right. Yeah, that's him. That's
Come back. You guys go to sleep. Following morning, despite being at the castle, your minds are assailed by the effects that I described before. You find yourself pondering the nature of the people within Honokuni Flux and come to several conclusions as per what was outlined in the effect I sent you. And as for you, Taguchi, when you wake up, as you're dreaming, as you're slipping into unconsciousness, not necessarily dreaming, but you have the sound of a church bell going off that pulls you back into memories of whenever you had married your wife, of a church bell ringing in the background, slowly becoming a more dull, resonant sound as you find yourself awakening from the dream, and the sweet reminder of that day slowly becomes this active part of your environment. You realize you're hearing it around you. No one else seems to, but you hear it in the distance as it seems to almost move away and become more distant, and everything that you feel is heightened. Your body aches. As you guys stand, you prepare to face your remaining few hours on the facility. Prepare to leave. I believe that is where we're going to end for tonight. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you check back in on our Twitch for the weekday streams with everybody, and then join us on Thursday and on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, YouTube. We love you.
Bye, YouTube.
Adios, you loved and appreciated.
Hang in there till next Saturday, my boys.